kind of under pressure because of the weather conditions. Spare a thought for the umpires as well, because they'll be tested out there as well. I've got Bazid Khan and David Gar here with me. Yesterday's game was kind of a marker, an indicator for the teams how to play on a pitch where there are twists and turns.
Well, I think these next few days will be an education for everyone. All the teams will get a game. All the teams will find out what these pitches are like. We got a new pitch today. I don't suppose it's going to be hugely different to the one we saw last night. We've got a bit of daytime cricket first before we get into the evening cricket. But the lessons from yesterday is that it's not going to be easy necessarily to force the pace. And if you're an opening pair, you should have had a look at yesterday's game and you think, well, rather than trying to blast your way through the 6 overs of the power play, maybe you need to negotiate a slightly different path. But who knows, if the ball starts to come on nicely, then you can start to play shots. But you need that first few balls, first couple of overs, I think, to see what things are like.
Rahmanullah Gurbaz is only 19 years old, from Afghanistan, bit of a T20 specialist. Imad Wasim usually opens the bowling with the new ball, so he's not going to do anything different on this occasion as well. He can be a difficult bowler to handle, doesn't spin the ball a great deal, but bowls at an angle, tries to hit the pads, doesn't give you any width. Mohammad Rizwan has been in rich vein of form. He's been outstanding in the last couple of years, opens and captains Multan Sultans.
And we saw yesterday the pace that Rashid Khan bowled at, and just that bit of spin really caused havoc. And Imad Wasim with the new ball will bowl at a decent pace. Time for Gillette countdown.
Here we go then. You've got to mind that in drift, doesn't spin the ball much, so what he's looking to do with the new ball is hit your pads. Off the mark, Multan Sultans, they need to win because they're languishing way back in the tables board. Once again, a reminder, Kings winning the toss, electing to field. Dry conditions. Oh, close. What is happening? Not given. I think he's probably complaining that the bowler was in his eye line in his follow-through. What are they thinking? Rizwan shuffling across. They've opted for a review.
TV umpire director, we have a review for LBW. Original decision not out. Front foot first, please. Fair delivery, move on to front on spin vision, please. Roll it back, now roll forward. Appears to be no bat involved. Just confirm with the ultra edge, please. Flat line, and a gap between bat and ball. Roll it through. Okay, satisfied, no bat involved. You can move on to ball tracking when it's ready. Waiting for the ball tracking lights. Original decision not out. Pitching in line, impact in line. Wickets umpire's call. Go back to the on-field. Shows up. You can stay with your original decision not out. You're on screen now.
Saved by a mere inch shot. So it was so close, and I think just asking Imad to move across or move away from his eye line. Shows up there. His initial gesture appeared as if he hadn't really picked up the impact.
Well, there are various things involved. One is that Rizwan had moved across. So that front foot was actually quite a long way across, which suggested the stumps might well be in play. But it was drift. It wasn't turn, it was drift.
Oh, yes, Bobby, yes, Bobby.
See how far he goes across, first of all. Then he brings that front foot back again. So you've got various perspectives in the umpire's eye if you can see past the bowler who's followed through pretty straight. But it's a close run thing, as you say, really close run thing, and the umpire's call does its thing.
Lovely straight drive, and I think it's a good, neat save. Extremely well done, nice shot, and I think you've got to do that against Imad Wasim. Look to play him with a full face blade of the bat.
Absolutely. Better option is to hit down the ground. You've got high percentage of actually connecting with the ball. You go across the line, A, he bowls quickly, and B, the ball's drifting back into the pad, so it's difficult. Well done on the fence.
Martin Guptill, the fielder. I'm just trying to check. Oh, I think he's done well. Acrobatic, athletic, but it's done the job. So good cricket, nice shot, great fielding. Oh, another chance. What's happened on this occasion? Well, the team is absolutely sure that they've got this.
We have a review for stumping.
Another review.
Let's start with the front foot first, please. Yeah, it's a fair delivery. You can move on to side on angle, please, now. Roll it back now. Yeah, just now roll it forward. Just freeze it here, freeze it here. His foot is still out, just short of the line. So I'm satisfied, and I have make my decision. Decision is out, repeat, out.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's got to go, he's got to leave. Weird way to get out. But there we have it. Imad Wasim striking with the new ball. Sultans 4 for 1. Soeb Maqsood can hit the ball a mile, 34 years old. Played for Pakistan, and then he was relegated to domestic cricket for a very long time. And this year's IPL has been kind to him. Sorry, HBL PSL, beg your pardon. Well, you're taught as a kid to keep your eye on the ball all the time. And I think that is where this 19-year-old kid, Gurbaz, missed the plot. He wasn't really looking, out of the crease and gone.
Not the first to make this mistake, won't be the last, but he had no idea where the ball had gone, I guess. That's the only defence he will offer to his teammates. Tabit Walton, very, very sharp there and suitably happy. Counts as the safe hands, Jubilee safe hands of the keeper. And a sharp mind too, Jubilee sharp mind. Wide.
Yeah, it's interesting. That counts as a stump. Wouldn't you say it's a run out? Because actually he didn't know what's happening and he took off for a run.
This pitch seems to have similar kind of bounce as we saw from the first one. Mohammad Amir will be looking to bowl that straight line, maybe get that ball back into the stumps. All I think Shoaib needs to do is to calm down just a little bit when he goes out to bat, because there's plenty of potential, but it's this consistency bit that goes for a toss, because he tries so many things so quickly at the crease, so soon as he arrives at the crease. There's a strong player, lovely way to get off the mark. Beautiful timing, great placement, had everything. All the adjectives you want to use regarding that cover drive.
Yeah, Mohammad Amir trying to give the ball air to give it a chance to swing. Doesn't do much of that, so ends up being just a little bit too full. But the shot is excellent. And my inclination at this stage is that the pitch looks as though it's coming on a little better than the one we saw last night. Might encourage a bit more Brighto driving, you know, that sort of stuff.
I think you clearly get advantage when you're looking to play with a straight bat, and I think now batsmen will be doing that more often compared to what we saw from them last evening. They were very keen to hit across the line and got out in the process.
It'll be interesting when the hardness of the ball does go, when this new ball sort of goes slightly softer, it will trouble the batsman in those on the up drives. Right now it looks as if the new ball's skidding on nicely.
There was that slow delivery. Not a great exponent of variations, Mohammad Amir, but he can make that ball talk. 11 for 1. Ahmad will continue. Just breaking his wrist because he couldn't get to the pitch of the ball. Running is very good. Rizwan got there.
You were hedging your bets there, weren't you, for a moment? Slightly worried about that. Yeah, he didn't get there, so had to flick the wrists. Managed to get it away safely. The running actually was, the turn was good. Pump those little legs, keep going, get home safe.
Smash into the gap for 4. He's off to a great start here. Very convincing beginning.
If you looked at his batting lineup, if one player you had to pick out for Multan Sultans who would play well on this pitch or adjust to the pace of the pitch, you'd say Shoaib Maksud. Now he's waited for that and actually slapped it through the offside. He's made sure that he's flat batted it because the balls come off so slowly.
Oh, that's improvised beautifully once again. When he times them, he looks class act. Shoaib Maksud made his ODI debut here, got a 50 in his debut game. This is not bad at all.
Great shot, this. Just dragged down a little bit by Imad. So that little change of length didn't work out for him at all.
Keep going, Mari. Keep going, Mari. Keep going, Mari. Chance coming, boys.
Yeah, that's gone possibly all the way. Brilliant piece of batting. He knows exactly where the field is and doing it so easily. Right, the HBL tournament sixes move forward to 184.
Great strike, absolutely great strike. Nothing much on the ball in terms of revolutions. The modern technique where you get that front foot out of the way works beautifully. The arms come through very powerfully. And it travels. First class.
Thing to admire as far as the 6 was concerned is balance. Beautifully balanced, didn't try to overhit it. Wanted to just get it over the field at mid-off. Mid-off's been pushed back to long off now. Square cut into the gap. Clever piece of batting. He's found the gaps regularly. Imad Wasim's experiment with his second over has not exactly worked. Look at how he's conceded those runs. 2, 4, 4, 6, 4.
Got the measure of Imad, that's for sure. He's pitching it up, he's going over the top and just waiting for that length to go through the offside. Hit that couple of times. And all the talk about maybe giving yourself time, well, Shoaib Maksud needs no time.
Get it. That's it.
Excellent batting, he's in. Even though there's a little bit of drama created by the fielder, but I'm sure that he's in.
TV umpire to director. Review for run out.
He's been in since last night.
Side or angle, please. Keep rolling. Bat is grounded. Okay, I'm satisfied. And I have made my decision. And decision is not out. Repeat, not out.
Waqas Maksud is the new replacement. Wide and gone. This is an excellent start and what great viewing. We termed this pitch as a difficult one. We're looking at Shoaib Maksud. It looks all too easy.
Well, right, just re-look at the evidence. This pitch is playing better than the one that we saw yesterday. Pace seems to be even. There's just enough of the ball coming onto the bat to play these shots. We saw that destructive over against Imad Wasim. The odds of Imad Wasim bowling the 5th over have gone down to around about 0. But he's made the change at the other end. Might have been better if he'd made the change at his own end, to be honest. Just looking back, I know the great benefit of hindsight. Masood comes round the wicket. That's the first response to being hit for 4. Good luck.
Trying to cramp him with a straighter line from that angle. Shoaib Masood must not get out now. He's off to a brilliant start here. 30 of just 12 balls, but have a look at this great piece of batting. In that over, picked up the length early. This was off the back foot and then walking into that drive, hitting it for 6, flat batting it through cover. The entire range was presented by him in that over. Very impressive. Not him.
Yeah, that's well bowled. That's one of the options when the ball starts to fly around the ground. Complete change of pace just from his 3rd delivery to all the pace off it. Just got it within the guidelines too.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a very good exponent of slow deliveries. Banks his brilliance on variation. Rizwan, will he look for 2? Comes back for 2. This kind of start from Shoaib Masood should ease the nerves as far as Rizwan's batting is concerned, or on him, because he can now take his time. No need to rush into hitting the bowlers. Last 10 T20s for him, good average, very good strike rate of 155.
And there was a game in that national T20 where he scored a lot of runs, where Southern Punjab had to chase down 160 in 12 overs to qualify. And this guy got 88 and they qualified. They got to 160 and they actually did it with a few balls to spare.
Must have been good to watch.
Sad bit is that he didn't qualify to play for Pakistan, because he's really been working hard. He's been hitting the ball sweetly. Was out of the game for a year or so with wrist injury, but he's back. Oh God, now this was pretty unnecessary from Shoaib, but absolutely essential as far as Kings were concerned. Lit up the field with his brilliance, and then he was out after scoring a great 31. Played on off a slow ball.
Well, credit to the bowler, yes, who's realised very quickly that a variety of pace in amongst his 6 balls of every over is going to come in handy on this pitch. Just actually got a little bit cramped there, so not trying to do anything ridiculous, just trying to guide it away. It wasn't the big hit, wasn't the big swing, it was just a guide down towards 3rd man that went wrong. And you can see the disappointment there. So Masood has to go for 31, 40 for 2.
Riley Rousseau. Yeah, generally a good striker. Look at that strike rate of 131.43. Likes to get on with it. Decent start this. for the Sultans.
Now Amir from the other end, changing ends here because of Sohaib Maqsood basically powering his way through the power play, but this time Waqas Maqsood got the better of him. Head and shoulders, clean out.
Breakthrough required and attained perhaps a little luckily. Oh, shot. Oh, that's brilliant. That is magnificent as a shot.
Well, Rizwan showing what he's got and the sort of form that he's in. If anything, Amir just got his line slightly wrong, just on leg stump. He drops a knee, gets underneath it. That is a shot of a man in form. Magnificent footage that.
Yeah, he really has been so good over the last year or so. And most runs this year by any batsman in 2020s. Confidence, that's what he has. A man who imposes himself on games. It looks to go at it, looks to ensure that he's trying to control the game rather than take what's given to him.
Yeah, and as it says that fortune favors the brave, at the start of the innings there was a very close call for him, but he's left it behind, and now look at the averages. Most runs in T20 this year. Look at the average, 82.70. That's incredible.
There's some strong names in there as well when you look at that list. Mohammad Rizwan, well, he came to New Zealand and was given the captaincy, and he's just risen to that shot from Riley Rousseau. Rocks on the back foot and just dispatches Amir.
50's up, and what about that to get your scoring started? Oh, yes.
Just look at that, walking down to Amir as if to a spinner here. It's full authority by Riley Rousseau, and the body language is clear from the Multan Sultans. They are on the front foot, while the Karachi Kings are looking a little down and out.
Down but not out. Early doors. Oopsie. Misfield. Need to rein it back. They got the wicket, they were after it, but the response has been magnificent from the Sultans.
Yeah, well, just love what Riley Rousseau's done here. He's advanced early on in his innings. He's looked to be aggressive. See him coming down the track. And Amir actually did the right thing. As a bowler, you can either drag it short or you can try and get it full and wide. Amir goes for the short ball, but Riley Rousseau pounces on it. Great shot.
"13 off, eventful, 53 for 2.
तिरपन पे 2 खिलाड़ी आउट 5 ओवर्स के बाद, और मुल्तान को आगाज अच्छा मिला। सोहेब मकसूद की विकेट बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट विकेट थी, कराची ने हासिल की। बहुत ही उम्दा फॉर्म में नजर आए, लेकिन 2 विकेट्स गिर चुकी हैं और पहली विकेट थी रमन गुरबाज।
आपको बचपन से समझाया जाता है कि बॉल पे निगाह रखें, जहां भी जाए बॉल को देखते रहे। नहीं निगाह रखी और फिर सोहेब मकसूद का इतना शानदार आगाज और अंजाम गलत हुआ। सेट होके इतना ज्यादा अच्छा खेल के हेड स्टार्ट दे के अपनी टीम को ऐसे आउट हो जाना बहुत ज्यादती थी।
लेकिन आज जो स्टार्ट लिया है मुल्तान ने, अभी भी 10 से ज्यादा उनका करंट रन रेट है और इससे अंदाजा हो रहा है कि जो हमें कल दिखा था इन टर्म्स ऑफ बैटिंग सिचुएशन उससे काफी बेहतर है और उसका थोड़ा बहुत तेरा शायद सूरज को भी जाता है।
या 12th मैन सूरज, मगर डे टाइम पे मेरे ख्याल से ये पिच थोड़ी सी अच्छी खेलेगी। अच्छी से मुराद ये कि आप शॉट्स लगा सकते हैं, मगर अभी भी जो बेसिक प्रिंसिपल है वो यही है कि सीधे बल्ले से खेलने की कोशिश करें, क्योंकि जब गेंद रुकता है ऊपर नीचे रहता है, एक तो गेंद पे निगाह जमा के रखनी है और एक सीधे बल्ले से खेलें।
वसीम ने भी आज कुछ अलग नहीं किया टॉस जीत के। ये J. सुपर ओवर निशाने की सारी बात है और जितना आसान लगता है उतना है नहीं है। हिट ना करने पे भी इनाम हासिल किया।
बस आजकल क्रिकेट में कुछ ऐसा ही चल रहा है।
थोड़ी हैरत हुई आपको कि आज उस्मान कादिर को टीम में नहीं शामिल किया गया। ये काफी जिक्र हो रहा है कि स्पिनर्स का काफी सेव होगा यहाँ पर। इमरान ताहिर तो हैं,
देखिए 2 लेग स्पिनर्स कई दफा जो है ना वो भारी पड़ जाते हैं अपने ऊपर और कई दफा ऑपोजिशन का ये खतरे की घंटी हो जाते हैं। लेग स्पिनर को हैंडल करना ये कप्तान पे डिपेंडेंट होता है। कई जो कप्तान है वो थोड़ा सा घबराते हैं क्योंकि लेग स्पिनर से कंट्रोल चला भी जाता है। अगर आप कप्तानी कर रहे हो रन्स पड़ सकते हैं उनको, मगर अगर आप उनको देखते हैं कि आपको विकेट्स दिलवा सकते हैं और आपके मैच विनर्स हैं तो फिर 2 की भी गुंजाइश बन जाती है। मैं समझता हूं कि यंगस्टर हैं उस्मान कादिर, उनको खिलाना बड़ा ज़रूरी है। शायद इमरान ताहिर के ऊपर प्रेफरेंस देनी चाहिए क्योंकि आपके लोकल टैलेंट है, उनका फ्यूचर ब्राइट है, पाकिस्तान के लिए रेगुलरली खेलते हैं, सो उनकी जगह बनानी चाहिए थी।
बहुत ही उम्दा शॉट, इन फॉर्म रिजवान, बहुत ही उम्दा ड्राइव और कंटिन्यू करते हुए उस फॉर्म में जो पूरा साल इनके साथ रहा है और ऐसा लगता है कि इनको कहीं भी खिला दें फर्क नहीं पड़ता इनको। ये अपने आप को एडजस्ट बड़ी जल्दी कर रहे हैं।
देखिए और एडजस्टमेंट इसलिए बहुत अच्छी थी इस दफा के सीम अप बॉल था और क्योंकि आप इतने ज्यादा यूज्ड टू हो जाते हैं कटर्स और स्लो डिलीवरी से कि कई दफा आप तेज नॉर्मल सीम अप बॉल पे ध्यान नहीं देते हैं और उसको मिस कर जाते हैं। जूसी हाफ बॉल थी और शानदार चौका लगाया उन्होंने और स्ट्राइक रेट बहुत अच्छा चल रहा है अभी तक।
सिंगल के साथ मुल्तान सुल्तान 60, 2 खिलाड़ी आउट और पावर प्ले मुकम्मल हुआ। जोसेफ रजा का इशारा पावर प्ले के अख्ताम का और अब 60 पे 2 मुल्तान सुल्तान। बात हो रही थी लेग स्पिन ऑप्शंस की, अभी तो शायद आफरीदी की इंजरी ने उनको बाहर कर दिया, वरना 3 लेग स्पिनर्स थे मुल्तान के पास और फिर शायद उस्मान के चांसेस और कम हो जाते। अरशद इकबाल आए हैं, बड़ी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस रही है इनकी फर्स्ट लेग में कराची किंग्स के लिए। इनफैक्ट सेकेंड ईयर है इनका इमर्जिंग कैटेगरी में।
शॉर्ट बॉल भी अच्छा खेलते हैं, ड्राइव भी बहुत अच्छी करते हैं और बिजी रहते हैं क्रीज पे। अगर आपने देखनी है खूबियां एक T20 बल्लेबाज की तो आप रिजवान को देखिए और पॉजिटिव रहते हैं, इसलिए कि जब बैट्समैन सिंगल की भी सोच रहा होता है तो ये भी एक पॉजिटिव इंटेंशन वो दिखा रहा होता है।
ये अरशद का एक्शन बॉलिंग का, इस पे बात करेंगे। शॉट अच्छा था। रिजवान काफी अरसे से सर्किट में है, लेकिन ये जो परफॉर्मेंस है अब नजर आ रही है, इसकी वजह ये नंबर भी हो सकता है, इनका ओपनिंग स्लॉट जो शायद इनके लिए ज्यादा सूट करता है, लेकिन मिडिल ऑर्डर में वो नजर नहीं आया इनमें निखार जो एक्सपेक्टेड था। काफी टाइम से खेल रहे हैं ये T20 में, PSL में भी।
सिकंदर, मिडिल ऑर्डर में बैटिंग करना बड़ा मुश्किल काम होता है, इसके लिए आपको बहुत एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए होता है। फिर यहाँ पाकिस्तान में कुछ सिलसिला ऐसे है कि आप चांसेस मिडिल ऑर्डर में बैटिंग करने के लिए बहुत एक्सपीरियंस चाहिए, इसकी एक अलग इसका माइंडसेट होता है। और अब ये इतना कॉन्फिडेंटली खेल रहे हैं कि शायद मिडिल ऑर्डर में भी ये इसी तरह की बैटिंग कर सकें। और मिडिल ऑर्डर में फिर आप चूकना आपको नहीं चाहिए, मेक और ब्रेक सिचुएशन में आप होते हैं। और रिजवान जो है वो मेंटली स्ट्रांग भी दिख रहे हैं, फॉर्म भी है, मगर फिर दूसरी तरफ कहते हैं अगर आपकी फॉर्म है तो आपको सबसे ज़्यादा ओवर्स चखने चाहिए। तो शायद ये इनका स्लॉट ठीक ही है। अच्छी शॉट गैप में खेले, 2 रन्स मिलेंगे।
बैटिंग ऑर्डर और नंबर्स की बात हो रही है, इसी में एक छोटा सा ट्रिविया कर लेते हैं। नाम कोई नहीं है इसमें। अगर जब कराची किंग्स बैटिंग करने आएगा, एक सवाल रहा है कि कौन करेगा ओपन, शर्जील, बाबर और मार्टिन गप्टिल, आप किसको भेजें?
देखिए, मैं शर्जील और बाबर से ही ओपन करवाऊं। ये गेंद लग गया इनको क्या? जी हाँ, कमर पे लगा मेरे ख्याल से। इतनी ज़्यादा गहरी चोट नहीं होनी चाहिए, इसलिए कि उनकी एक तो सेंचुरी स्टैंड भी है और यूज्ड टू भी हो गए हुए हैं। मगर बाबर आजम को किसी तरह से नंबर 3 पे नहीं आना चाहिए, क्योंकि वो इस टीम के बेस्ट बैट्समैन है, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ओवर्स खेले। नंबर 3 पे थोड़ा सा बंदा सूख भी जाता है ड्रेसिंग रूम में वेट कर करके कि बारी आए, जब आए थोड़ा सा जंग सा लग जाता है। और फिर टेम्परामेंट भी आपका नहीं होता, क्योंकि जब आप ओपनर हो और वहाँ से मिडिल ऑर्डर में चले जाएं तो वो जो वेटिंग पीरियड है ना, वो आपको बहुत खाता है।
इन्होंने अपनी जगह सैक्रिफाइस तो की थी जिम्बाब्वे के खिलाफ, जब इन्होंने शर्जील को भेज दिया था रिजवान के साथ। खेल अभी भी रुका हुआ है, थोड़ी सी अटेंशन देते हुए राली रुस्सो को जो गेंद लगी थी, लेकिन हम इस सारी सिचुएशन को देखेंगे। अजहर महमूद फिजियो कब से हो गए?
सलाम दुआ लेने आए लगता है। बहुत अच्छी बिगिनिंग थी, इसलिए मासूम इसके, क्योंकि ये नाजायज आउट हो गए। मगर फिर शोएब मकसूद ने यादगार शॉट्स खेले, इसलिए कि गैप भी उनको मिला, उसमें दुरुस्तगी थी उनके शॉट सिलेक्शन में। ये बहुत आला छक्का लगाया उन्होंने। और फिर जबकि काम चल रहा था, आउट हो गए वो। गेंद थोड़ा सा ज़्यादा बाउंस हुआ, मगर रिजवान है अभी क्रीज पे, सो बहुत बड़ा एडवांटेज अभी भी है मुल्तान सुल्तान्स के पास, क्योंकि ये स्टार्ट जो है इनको कम से कम 170-180 तक ले जाएगा। 10 की स्पीड पे चल रहे हैं फी ओवर, सो इसी तरह से खेलते रहे तो 200। मगर अगर कहीं थोड़ा सी इनिंग्स में खलल भी आ जाता है तो फिर भी मुझे लगता है कि 170-180 तक कहानी चलनी चाहिए।
शेमरॉन हिटमायर हैं, खुशदिल शाह हैं इनके पास, सुहेल तनवीर भी कर सकते हैं बैटिंग। तो अगर आखिरी के कोई 5 ओवर मिल जाएं इन लोगों को और रिजवान रहते हैं अगर आखिर तक, तो बिल्कुल इसमें कोई दो बात नहीं है कि बड़ा स्कोर देखने को मिल सकता है। ये बड़ा ग्राउंड है, स्क्वायर ऑफ द विकेट, यहाँ आप 2-3 भी भाग सकते हैं, लेकिन मौसम को भी थोड़ा सा नजर में रखना पड़ेगा।
हम बात कर रहे हैं कि बल्लेबाजों का गेम प्लान जो है वो थोड़ा सा मुख्तलिफ होना चाहिए इस पिच पे। इसी तरह से बॉलर्स का भी जो गेम प्लान है ना, वो भी मुख्तलिफ होना चाहिए। आपने मौसम की बात की, बहुत गर्मी है और आपको अपने आप को डिहाइड्रेशन की तरफ नहीं लेके जाना। सो लिक्विड्स पीते रहें ताकि आप हाइड्रेट रहें। सो एक यंग बॉलर के लिए मसला हो सकता है ऐसी पिच पे बॉल करना। ओह, लाजवाब शॉट, दिलकश, दिलरुबा, क्या कहने।
ये पहली बार नहीं है इन्होंने जिस तरह से इस गेंद को खेला है, आगे आ रहे हैं बढ़ के और डिस्टेंस अपने और बॉलर के बीच में कम करते जा रहे हैं। बहुत ही उम्दा शॉट खेला, ना सिर्फ गैप हासिल किया, पूरी तरह कंट्रोल में इस शॉट के।
बात कर रहा था एक यंगस्टर को चैलेंजेस जो दरपेश हो सकते हैं इस पिच पे, क्योंकि आप नॉर्मल बॉलिंग की तरफ ज़्यादा, क्योंकि वो आपका एक फॉल बैक पोजीशन है और T20 में आप एक्सपेरिमेंट यंग एज में करते हुए थोड़ा सा घबराते भी हैं। सो यहाँ लेंथ बॉल जो ये बहुत अच्छी करते हैं बाकी पिचेस पे, यहाँ शायद इतनी इफेक्टिव ना हो जो इस लेंथ पे बॉल कर रहे हैं। देखिए फिर शॉर्ट बॉल, फिर रन, चौका, बहुत आला बैटिंग कर रहे हैं, मगर लूज बॉलिंग भी अरशद की तरफ से दिखने को मिली। 15 रन पहले ओवर में खाए इन्होंने और 75 पे 2 खिलाड़ी आउट।
पिछहत्तर पे 2 खिलाड़ी आउट मुल्तान के, और कासिम अकरम को लाए हैं अटैक में, जो रिप्लेस कर रहे हैं वकास मकसूद को। ये आखिरी गेंद पिछले ओवर की।
देखिए लेंथ बॉल करने की कोशिश, यहाँ गेंद और रुक जाता है अगर आप लेंथ करें और थोड़ी सी बैक ऑफ द लेंथ पे जाएं तो फिर रायली रूसो ये कर सकते हैं उस लेंथ के साथ। सो अरशद को थोड़ा सा जल्दी से सिंक इन करना है, पिच की कंडीशंस के हिसाब से ट्यून इन करना है। कासिम अकरम, मैंने इनकी थोड़ी सी बैटिंग देखी है, बॉलिंग का नहीं मुझे पता था कि बॉल भी कर लेते हैं। पाकिस्तान अंडर 19 की कप्तानी भी कर चुके हैं। सो बैटिंग तो मैंने देखी है और बहुत पोटेंशियल देखा।
नहीं, इन्होंने डोमेस्टिक सर्किट में बड़ी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस दी थी बैट के साथ भी, और उस बेसिस पे ऑलराउंड क्रिकेटर हैं, फील्डर भी अच्छे हैं।
मुझे लग रहा है सैंडस्टॉर्म आ गया है, हवा तो तेज है, एकदम से पिक की है और कुछ विजिबिलिटी थोड़ी सी खराब हो गई है, या मेरी उम्र का तकाजा है, मुझे पता नहीं। आप बताइए, आप तो जवान हैं सर।
नहीं लग रहा है, मौसम भी कह रहा है मिट्टी पाओ। बड़ा मुश्किल होगा इस सिचुएशन में रिजवान को बॉल करना, जिस किस्म का फॉर्म इनके पास है। 4 रन हासिल हो गए। आहिस्ता से इन्होंने सिर्फ इसको बैट का फेस जो है ओपन किया और उसको खेल दिया, फौरन लेंथ को रीड कर गए।
फील्डर सही पकड़ा उन्होंने। अरशद जिनको 15 रन पड़े थे, अभी सोच ही रहे होंगे वो फील्ड पोजीशन पे कि क्या गलती की कि ये बॉल उनकी तरफ आ गया। बहुत आला, इसलिए कि गेंद में इतनी पेस नहीं थी, टाइमिंग की वजह से जो है वो पेस क्रिएट की रिजवान ने। और आउटफील्ड के हर कोने पे ये खेल सकते हैं। कवर ड्राइव से पुल शॉट ले ले, रैंप शॉट की बात कर लें, कट शॉट, क्या इंप्रूवमेंट आई है इनकी बैटिंग में।
इसकी वजह ये भी नजर आती है, कीपर हैं, फुर्तीले हैं, बड़ी जल्दी जो है अपना एक जिसे कहते हैं ना कि पहले से डिसाइड नहीं करते क्या खेलना है, बॉल को उसके हिसाब से क्रीज के अंदर कदमों को बड़ा अच्छा इस्तेमाल करते हैं। रूम बनाया, फौरन अपने लिए लेंथ को रीड कर लिया।
और फिर इतना कॉन्फिडेंस है कि प्री प्लान बैटिंग भी नहीं करते। इनको पता है हर लेंथ पे इनको एंगल्स बनाने आते हैं।
बड़ी उम्दा क्रिकेट खेल रहा है मुल्तान इस वक्त। जहां पे बड़ी शॉट्स अवेलेबल नहीं है, वहां स्ट्राइक को रोटेट कर रहे हैं और दोनों बैट्समैन एक दूसरे को कॉम्प्लीमेंट भी कर। सिंगल लिया रायली रूसो ने और वापस स्ट्राइक दे दी, और ये गालिबन डिसाइड भी किया होगा कौन स्पिन, कौन फास्ट बॉलर के अगेंस्ट कंफर्टेबल है। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स, कंधे से बोझ हटा दे। और अगर रिजवान किसी टीम में हो तो डेफिनेटली जितना भी बोझ होगा वो अपने कंधों पे लेंगे। कप्तानी ने भी इनकी बैटिंग पे कोई असर नहीं डाला, जो कि यूजुअली कभी कहा जाता है कि जी जब आप पे जिम्मेदारियां ज्यादा हों तो आप थोड़ा सा कहीं डगमगा जाते हैं। इनका पैर इनको तंग कर रहा है और थोड़ा सा हमने स्टंप माइक पे सुना, थोड़ा छिला हुआ है जिसको ये कवर करना चाह रहे हैं बैंडेड से, लेकिन अभी भी तंग कर रहा है।
बहुत आला शॉट, इसलिए कि इस पिच पे इम्प्रोवाइज करना बड़ा मुश्किल होता है। और एक फिर से टीजर इसको कहते हैं, और एक और चौका मिला। पहले अरशद भागे थे बॉल के पीछे, अब मोहम्मद आमिर भागे हैं, नतीजा वही, ठन ठन गोपाल, 2 चौके।
छियासी पे 2 खिलाड़ी आउट, 8 ओवर का खेल मुकम्मल हो गया और बड़ी शानदार परफॉर्मेंस रही है अभी तक। मुल्तान की टॉस हारे हैं, लेकिन अब उन्होंने वो जो ख्वाहिश थी इनकी, शायद ये भी चेज करते उसको पीछे छोड़ दिया, और अब जितने रन ज्यादा डाल सके बोर्ड पे और प्रेशर डाल सके कराची किंग्स पे, वो इनकी कोशिश है। रिजवान की मौजूदगी बहुत अहम है मुल्तान सुल्तान के लिए।
अब तक की कहानी कुछ ऐसी है, मकसूद ने 31 किए, सिर्फ 14 बॉल खेले, और ये पार्टनरशिप लाजवाब चल रही है रिजवान और रायली रूसो की। हेटमार ने अभी आना है, और उन हजरात ने जिन्होंने हेटमार को देखा नहीं है, वो इस स्पीड से बैटिंग नहीं करते हैं। बहुत आला बैट्समैन है, एक्स फैक्टर है उनके पास, लेफ्ट हैंडेड जीनियस मैं तो कहूँगा T20 में। और ये वो सटल्टी और इम्प्रोवाइजेशन और प्रेजेंस ऑफ माइंड, जो भी आप कहना चाहें आप कह सकते हैं शॉट में। और एक टीजर था, एक बहुत तड़पाया मोहम्मद आमिर को, मगर गेंद जो है वो रेस जीत गए उनसे।
ग्यारह चौके और 2 छक्के अभी तक इस इनिंग्स में। और पॉइंट्स टेबल को अगर देखते हैं तो नजर आता है लाहौर कलंदर ने कल जीत हासिल करके ऊपर चले गए। अब ये सारी टीमें 5-5 मैच खेल चुकी हैं। एक इंटरेस्टिंग बात मैंने सुनी थी क्वेटा के कप्तान की, कि अब सारी टीमें सिंगल लीग बेसिस को अगर जहन में रख के खेलें तो खासतौर पर मुल्तान और क्वेटा जो नीचे हैं वो अपने आप को थोड़ा सा बेटर पोजीशन में ला सकती हैं कि जितने जीत सके मैच यहां से जीते
जी। और कुछ खास फर्क नहीं है सब टीम्स में, इसलिए कि बेसिक इंग्रेडिएंट टैलेंट का वही है। हाँ, आपके ओवरसीज प्लेयर्स से थोड़ा सा फर्क पड़ जाता है, बट आपको पता है कि लोकल टैलेंट जो है उसकी क्या अहलियत है, कितनी उसमें ताकत है। सो आप एक तरह से अंदाज़ा लगा सकते हैं, और जीतने से बहुत फ़र्क पड़ता है। आपका रिदम बन जाता है, फिर आप भूल जाते हैं कि आप कभी हारे भी थे। बुरा वेदर फोरकास्ट नहीं है, 36 डिग्री, ह्यूमिडिटी थोड़ी सी ज़्यादा है। एक वक्त में जब हम क्वारंटीन में थे तो फील्स लाइक 52, 53 कॉन्स्टेंटली हमें दिखता था वेदर फोरकास्ट में। ऊपर वाले ने थोड़ा सा हाथ आज हल्का रखा हुआ।
जब हम क्वारंटीन में थे तो हर चीज बुरी लग रही थी तो अब यह है कि बाहर आके मौसम भी अच्छा है, सब कुछ अच्छा है, लेकिन बात सही है, हवा काफी अच्छी चल रही है। और जो एक खौफ सा था प्लेयर्स को कि क्या होगा मौसम को लेके, आई थिंक ये अभी तक कल और आज के दोनों मैचेस में मौसम ने तंग नहीं किया इतना जितना सोच में था। इमाद वसीम ने खुद फैसला किया है गेंद करने का। एक्सपेंसिव रहे थे, 1 ओवर 25, 2 ओवर 25 दिए अभी तक।
थोड़ा सा फंसते हैं रिजवान इस एंगल से, और इनके लिए बेहतर यही है कि शायद ये ज़्यादा नॉन स्ट्राइकर पर है इमाद के खिलाफ, क्योंकि एक बहुत ही क्लोज कॉल थी। DRS लिया किंग्स ने इनके खिलाफ और नॉट आउट करार दिया अंपायर ने। बट वो जो मिडल और लेग का जो एंगल क्रिएट करते हैं, इनको विड्थ नहीं देते हैं, तो फिर क्रॉस द लाइन खेलने चले जाते हैं रिजवान, और वो डेंजरस है क्योंकि एक्यूरेट है इमाद। इसको कहते हैं ब्यूटीफुली बीटन। फिनिश ऐसे लग रहा था जैसे उन्होंने एक ग्रेट चौका लगाया। वाइड बॉल मिलेगा। बैट्समैन को हिलते देखा और वाइड बॉल कर दी। स्ट्रैटेजी ठीक थी मगर एक्सिक्यूशन ठीक नहीं थी।
लीडिंग एज रहा, ऑन सेट पे खेलना चाहते थे। पार्टनरशिप 49 की हो गई है राली रूसो और रिजवान के बीच।
मूड तो था लेग साइड पे शॉट खेलेंगे, विकेटों के आगे शफल किया अक्रॉस द स्टंप्स और लेग साइड पे पोजीशन ठानी हुई थी मगर रुक गए क्योंकि बहुत अच्छा बॉल था। थोड़ा सा गेंद रुका भी पिच पे हिट करने के बाद। पचास रन की पार्टनरशिप, 29 बॉल लिए दोनों ने। बहुत अच्छी बैटिंग।
हैरत हुई थी मुझे जब गालिबन ट्रेड हुए थे राली रूसो क्वेटा से मुल्तान है, लेकिन इन्होंने वहां भी बड़ी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस दी है। यूएई में, पाकिस्तान में इंपॉर्टेंट रहे हैं बड़े। इतनी टाइमिंग, कोई ज्यादा दूर नहीं थे कासिम अकरम डीप में इस गेंद से, लेकिन इतनी जबरदस्त टाइमिंग थी इस शॉट में, पावर इतनी थी, इसको कट नहीं कर पाए फील्डर।
बहुत वैल्यूएबल एसेट है इसलिए कि मिडिल ऑर्डर में बैटिंग करते हैं और वहां पे जिस रफ्तार से खेलते हैं और जितना उम्दा इम्प्रोवाइज करते हैं। अब देखें 206 के स्ट्राइक रेट से खेल रहे हैं, 4 नंबर पे बैटिंग करने आए और फ्रीडम भी दिखता है, अक्लमंदी भी दिख रही है और हमारे यंग प्लेयर्स के लिए बहुत अच्छे ये रोल मॉडल हो सकते हैं कि मिडिल ऑर्डर में किस तरह से अपने आप में ठहराव लाते हुए अटैक करना है और सही बॉल को पिक करना है हिट मारने के लिए। बहुत सारी चीजें अच्छी करते हैं रायलो रूसो। 9 ओवर्स के बाद 95 पे 2।
पचपन की पार्टनरशिप 31 गेंदों पर दोनों के बीच और ये 10 रन की औसत से खेल रहे हैं। ये नीचे नहीं आने दिया, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है। कंसिस्टेंटली ये दोनों परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं। इस बार रिवर्स की कोशिश, ज्यादा दूर नहीं थी गेंद ऑफ स्टंप से। इनकी कोशिश यही है कि अगर इसी तरह खेलते रहे तो 200 के जितने करीब जा सके जाए।
बहुत प्रैक्टिस करते हैं आजकल के प्रोफेशनल्स, ये रिवर्स स्वीप कर लें, स्विच हिट कर लें, स्लॉक स्वीप कर लें और ये स्लॉक स्वीप और चौका बहुत ही आला शॉट थी इसलिए कि गैप मिला इनको। 2 फील्डर्स को बीट करना था। एक दफा जब आप बॉल की पिच पे पहुंच जाए तो फिर काम आसान हो जाता है। बिल्कुल बॉल के करीब थे और बैक लेग झुकी हुई थी और फिर उसके बाद स्ट्रॉन्ग हिट इन फ्रंट ऑफ मिड विकेट। बहुत आला शॉट खेले।
प्लेसमेंट की दाद देनी पड़ेगी और जब ये ऐसे शॉट लगाते तो उसे पावर भी इतनी डालते हैं कि डीप के फील्डर के पास ज्यादा मौका नहीं होता।
कहीं रनर तो नहीं मांग रहे हैं? रिजवान रनर अलाउड नहीं है।
फिर उमदा शॉट, फिर गैप हासिल किया। ये बड़ी बाउंड्रीज हैं, आसानी से 2 हासिल कर लेंगे।
प्रॉब्लम इसलिए ज्यादा हो गया किंग्स के लिए कि 100 रन भी मुकम्मल हुए। बहुत ही आला रफ्तार से ये इनिंग्स चल रही है कि कासिम जो है इनके पास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है और एक सेट पेयर को, सेट पार्टनरशिप के खिलाफ वो बॉलिंग करना है, आसान काम नहीं है एक यंगस्टर के लिए। और बहुत ही आला सुकून के साथ एक मुश्किल शॉट खेले, सेट ही नहीं होने दे रहे हैं। इतना ज्यादा अच्छा इम्प्रोवाइज कर रहे हैं और अटैकिंग इनके पास इतने बेहतरीन ऑप्शन है जिसका जवाब नहीं।
एक लम्हे के लिए लगा कि शायद फील्डर डाइव करेगा इस गेंद को, लेकिन शायद रॉन्ग फुटेड हो गया और नहीं कर पाए डाइव, गेंद बराबर से निकल गई। बहुत जिसे कहते हैं कि बॉलिंग और फील्डिंग पोजीशंस के साथ एक खिलवाड़ हो रहा है। जहां दिल चाह रहा है बॉल को खेल रहे हैं और सिर्फ शॉट नहीं मार रहे, बाउंड्री हासिल कर रहे हैं,
बॉल को सहला रहे हैं। ये दूसरा ऐसा शॉट है जो इन्होंने बिल्कुल तसल्ली के साथ, सुकून के साथ खेला। आप इनके एंगल्स देखें, रिवर्स स्वीप से लेके स्लॉक स्वीप से लेके कवर ड्राइव, फुल शॉट, कमाल की बैटिंग कर रहे हैं। 44 तक पहुंच गए हैं। अब 21 बॉल सिर्फ खेलें।
आहिस्ता आहिस्ता अपने आप को टॉप गियर में लाते हुए 18 साल की उम्र है कासिम अकरम की, और पाकिस्तान अंडर 19 आपने बताया वर्ल्ड कप में रिप्रेजेंट किया 2020 में। फर्स्ट क्लास की भी अच्छी परफॉर्मेंसेस रही इनकी। एक रेयर डॉट बॉल, ये ओवर भी अच्छा रहा, इसमें भी 12 रन हासिल हुए। 10 ओवर्स के बाद 107, 2 खिलाड़ी आउट।
Has already represented Pakistan in that under-19 World Cup in South Africa. This year he started his first-class career, so he's very good in white ball cricket and brilliant fielder as well, so he gives you all three options. But today his bowling has come under pressure, but he's one for the future, that's for sure.
Change from the pavilion end. Shara Pereira comes into the attack. The conditions might suit a type of bowler like Pereira. We know that he loves to utilize his change-ups, back of the hand slow ball. He has the off-cutter as well. He generally uses them according to the left-hand and right-hander that he's bowling to.
Well, it's where a bit of experience comes in handy. Retired from international cricket, but very welcome here. Well, it depends on his figures, of course.
Yeah, it's a time in the game where they certainly need some experience to come to the fore for the Karachi Kings. Multan Sultan going around 10 runs and over. From a Karachi perspective, you're looking just to slow the game down a touch, just to try and take a little bit of control. Up in the air, Riley Rousseau advances down, doesn't quite get it all the way, and that seems the back of a really well played innings.
Well, the good news is he did play well. 44 from 24, so really well-paced innings, really aggressive innings. The bad news is that it's over now, and a man who'd got himself well set, knew what the pitch was like, has to allow someone else in to take his place. The catch was taken very comfortably, but Rousseau will know that he could have done some more good work out there. He's gone for 44 though, and it's 108 for 3.
And that wicket brings about the Tapalti strategic timeout. Guppy, JP, first real day game in the second leg. How are you finding the heat out there?
Yeah, it's not too bad actually. There's a nice breeze coming across the ground, so I'm calling us off quite well.
Halfway stage, how do you phase the game currently?
Yeah, they've batted very well. Some loose bowling, but some very good batting as well. So just need to pull it back in these last nine and a half overs and hopefully keep them down to about 170, 180, hopefully.
All right, cool, buddy. All the best.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
The Tapalti strategic timeout. A few conversations underway. A few strategic options for the bowlers. Just looking at the second leg for their bowling department. Tishara Pereira, we spoke about the experience needed, and it's paid for Karachi. Needed to break that partnership. It was going along beautifully, David.
Yeah, it was, which is why Riley Rousseau will know that it could have been better still. I mean, he's gone for the really big hit. He's not quite got the balance right. He's looking underneath it there, thinking, have I got enough on it, knowing full well that he hasn't. The catch was taken very nicely. It was a vital wicket, but still we're looking at a potentially dangerous first innings total here. Gotta hurry, gotta hurry! Wow! That does not look good news.
TV umpire to director. Review for run out. Can I have your best side on angle, please? Just roll it back, please. Roll it back, roll it back. Yeah, now roll forward. Bat is still short of the crease. Roll it forward. Lights are lighten up. So I have made my decision. And Sin is out. Repeat, out.
Well, Mohammad Rizwan, he was going along beautifully as well in that partnership with Riley Rousseau. And a vital wicket for Karachi. He goes to 29. It's 109 for 4. Kushdil Shah, he's got a healthy strike rate. Recently scored a 35-ball 100, but that's the end of the 11th. 109 for 4. So Karachi will be rather happy with the last 2 overs, picking up 2 wickets in quick succession. Multan Sultans will certainly in the pound seats. Sherman Hetmeyer to face up.
Yeah, this is the first of the two most recent wickets to go down. A misjudgment. Good throw, good take, seriously good take actually on the half volley. With the gloves there and a very quick transition from the gloves to the stumps. A little bit of turn now. Little bit of turn just to add to the equation as Hetmyer has his look at the first couple of balls.
Yeah, it's amazing how this happens when a couple of wickets fall. All of a sudden there's a little bit more in the surface. And it just proves how crucial wickets at crucial stages in the game can be.
Yeah, what Karachi would want right now is a couple of quiet overs or overs going on quickly unnoticed so that they can make use of the wickets that they've taken and just stem the flow of runs. I think these are crucial overs where they can get through a few overs and you look up at the scoreboard and, well, 120 for 4 after 15 is not that bad for them.
Well, yeah, 10 minutes ago, Karachi would have been chasing or worried about chasing over 200 quite comfortably. Now they can peg it back. Pushing for 2, which they will get incredibly easy. Yeah, to have 2 men on naught in the middle of an innings is one of those sort of cardinal sins of one-day cricket, isn't it? For whatever reason, if one gets out, the next guy has to say, right, I'm still here, I take responsibility. Just imagine, yeah, if Riley Rousseau was still there now, we still have some big shots coming. Anyway, 113 for 4.
One 3 for 4. In a good position. Good run rate. The issue though currently for the Sultans is that they've got 2 new batsmen. And it means for the Karachi Kings they've got to make sure that they work with that and ensure that it pays for them in slowing things down. Keep it as quiet as possible and bring that run rate as far down as possible.
Yeah, as a fielding team, you want to get 3 wickets in the first 6. Normally, getting wickets through the middle is the toughest. So whether you attack as a fielding captain, they'll be really happy with this Karachi getting 2 wickets, and you'd say 2 big wickets. 2 are probably the most experienced batters in the team through this middle stages, which is really stunting the flow of runs for the Multan Sultans, and allows Karachi to now attack both batters. And do they just try and bowl good areas and just try and keep them quiet, or do they go for another wicket, try and get them 5 down?
I think Tisara Pereira here is bowling a very nice spell. He has just got given 3 to 4 runs in 1.3 overs. Got 1 important wicket of Riley Rousseau. And this is aerial. Aerial karega sab possible challenge.
Yeah, sab possible. Q end didn't get to him, Kushdil. Yeah, and I reckon you just keep going for wickets, and the question I think becomes how you do it. And trying to go for the wickets, you're not going to be putting fielders in too quickly with, despite it being new batsmen. And if spinners are in and perhaps bowling at this time as well, the slip comes in. But you've always got to think wickets.
Yeah, and it's also ideal that Karachi have got Kasim bowling, who's the off spinner, bowling away from the left-handers. And that's exactly what you want. And coming up next, Peshawar Zalmi versus Lahore Qalandars, match 17. And that's starting at 10 p.m. tonight, so stay tuned for that. Lahore Qalandars victorious last night. They'll be looking to extend that lead in the table.
Another thing to get wickets is dot balls, and Thisara Pereira getting some there for Karachi. 5 balls in 2 overs. And that's the over. After 13 overs, 118 for 4.
Outside the line, trying to get it away, trying to get it past the slip, trying to access the boundary. 21 balls since the last boundary.
There, exactly what you said, Pommy, about going aggressively, putting some catches in. They've got the slip in. This one's slightly short, bit of width. Nice shot, and brilliantly fielded. And this is a great opportunity for Karachi. An off spinner to 2 left-handers. Slip in. And that's a good area. As you said, Pom, you attack. You try and look for that next wicket. Both of these players, you'd say, would be the last of the proper batters in the Karachi lineup. So getting one of these would take that score prediction, the HBL score prediction, down considerably.
Yeah, and with each delivery that goes by, even in good overs where they manage to run a few doubles, as long as they're not getting the ball to the fence, the partnership will feel that they need to do more, and that works in your favor as the fielding side, because a false shot can be played and trying to force the ball away. So pretty important for the boundary riders to ensure that they're doing their best as well to not allow the ball to go off to the fence.
And that's where Najib Zardan was really impressive in this over. On the second ball, he really saved 1 boundary there. End of the over after 14, 125 for 4.
125 for 4. Still quite healthy. Oh, needed to stop that.
Well, Pereira's come on and he's been bowling exceptionally well in this spell. He's in just 2 overs. Cheers to everyone back at home for the Tapal tea. Very refreshing. And he's bowled a good line and length, and I think that this is going to show the game plan with a lot of the teams, the line and length, changes of pace that they're going to use. Bowling wicket to wicket, and that's all Pereira's done. He's rolled his fingers over, he's changed the pace, he's made sure that he's bowled a tight line. Anything with width has been pushed away, and that allows you to open the arms. If we look at that run rate, it's just the 2 wickets really stunting the flow of runs for the Multan Sultans.
Lots of hard work being done in the deep, men coming in to back up. Oh, here you go, the smile donut moment. A favourite for Grant Elliott. Charges about everywhere because of that.
I think the camp in Karachi dugout can have a little bit of smile because there has been no boundary in the last 29 deliveries.
Straight up in the air, it should be taken. It is taken. There's the wicket. Pressure and more pressure. And it's Hetmeyer who can be dangerous at the back end, who departs.
Well, the Multan Sultans, they were 100 after 10, and now it's 128. And the big wicket, Shimron Hetmeyer, caught in the deep, the Jubilee safe hands moment. Oh, he'll be disappointed, as will the team there. It's Multan, 128 for 5.
.128 for 5, and it's good work being done by the Kings. I should specify which ones. The Karachi Kings. Sahil Tanvir in.
Well, it was short. Pereira, he's bowled a tidy line. It's probably the first one that he's gone short. Hetmeyer jumps on it, gets the top edge. Brilliantly caught by Wakas in the outfield there. It went high, and there's no such thing as an easy catch when it goes that high.
Tara Pereira using all his experience here, and what Multan Sultans would need would be Suhail Tanveer experience here as well. After 1530 for 5.
Nice. Wouldn't mind that.
Yeah, they look after the players now, don't they, Pom?
Oh, safe. Just.
And that there is our fan of the match. The Brighto fan of the match. Oh, I thought it was the fan. Take part in the Brighto Colourful Fan Match Contest. The winner will get a signed ball from the player of the match.
It's good, this. So important. New partnership forms. You've got to ensure that you're preying on the fact that they've got to try and start again. Don't give them any freebies. Get a few deliveries away, and it just heightens the pressure. And you just feel that the game's shifting from one side to the other here as the Multan Sultans try to figure out when to press the button.
And a very good time for Arshad Iqbal to come back into the attack. He was taken on in the first spell, just 1 over 15 runs. We know what he can do. 15 runs of the first over, but a very good time to come back.
Could have been a little opportunity here for Guptill. He's brilliant there at point. Oh, wow. He'll say he should have had that, but I tell you what, in real time, didn't have a lot of time to get there. That is a great effort, just on the fingertips. What a ripper that would have been. Some good aggression out there between the two teams. Well, Arshad, he struggled in his first overs, so he wants to come back stronger here. And it's also, I find at the start, obviously second part of the HBL PSL, but you want to start well as a player. And the team that's going to do well is the team that finds combinations early on. Someone like Arshad, he wants to push his case for this team, make sure that he has a secure place, and that whether that's first change, second change, but that he can provide extra impetus for this Karachi team.
And they've got like 37 deliveries now without a boundary, and this is a very good spell, very good time for Karachi Kings to come back into this game. And this is Arshad Iqbal's 3 wickets against Quetta Gladiators. First match, and it was a match-winning innings for him. Look at that pace, right on target there. This is what he can do, making the batter go back with a lot of pace. And that's what the Karachi needs from him right now.
We'll have to bowl that one again. And to go really short to try and get it up.
Also a bowler with a run up this long. You don't want to bowl any extras out there. He must be a fit man. I'll tell you what, I'd half that run up in this heat. Oh, just a touch high. It's got to be between shoulder and top of the helmet to be considered a legitimate bouncer. So get back, champ, and bowl that one again.
Oopsie. Don't see that too often. This field. 4 to go. 1-3-5 for 5.
135 for 5 with 4 overs left.
Head and shoulders move. Boys, are you ready for this? Kandhe se boj hata de. Dandruff friendly. Big shot, big swing, jumbo 6.
Yeah, just keeps nudging that HBL 6 counter upwards. 186 in the tournament as a whole. Nice use of the feet, nice use of the bat. Great follow through.
Made a great sound as well. Advancing out of the crease towards the ball and whacked it brilliantly. Yorker tried, flicked into the gap for a single.
Good comeback, good comeback.
Khushdil Shah can turn the game on its head with his belligerence. He really is a very fine striker of the ball. 1, 2, 3 as they tell you. JP, nice one that.
Yeah, identifying that they're looking to use the change of pace and trying to get to the pitch of the ball. Wasn't quite there. But what was good about that execution was he kept his head down and followed through beautifully through the line of the ball, looking towards that mid-wicket region. And yes, you think about the period between 10 and 15 overs, you'd feel that Karachi was probably having the upper hand. They're still in a decent position with the runs on the board. It's the wickets column, yes, that's the problem. But you think about 3.5 overs left, you add another 30 onto that, 175, possibly 180. And you think that's a reasonably good total on the surface.
Slow ball missed by Khushdil Shah. I think for teams it becomes a difficult job to kind of make a comeback midway through the innings after being put away for plenty in the first few overs, then to come back by picking up wickets and maintaining good temperament, good presence can be difficult to achieve, but Kings have done that.
Yeah, I think they were a little bit lucky to get the two fluent stroke makers out at the same time pretty much, and that took the pace out of the innings. So that was Rousseau and Rizwan, who both went within the space of a couple of minutes. 2 men on naught. Things have to restart. I mean, Rousseau's, I thought, was, yeah, you know, he was going strong. He'd hit some brilliant shots. So, yeah, just he underclubbed one, miscued one slightly. The second run out for Rizwan was a mistake, a misjudgment as well. But at least we know runs can be made on this pitch and at a good pace.
Just trying to adjust that fielder in the ring on the offside. Shajil pushed back a few paces. Catch it is the call. That's not hit fiercely of the middle of the bat. And good that it didn't find the middle of the willow. One bounce to the fielder. End of the over. 5 down for 145. The intensity on his face tells you about the situation. Coming back for another stint here. 17 overs done, 145 for 5. I think both teams need to have a clear head, clear mind, know what they want to do. Don't really stress out too much about overanalyzing things. Parkview City, answer the question and win a plot, David Gow.
Yeah, how many hat-tricks have been taken in HBL PSL? Get it right, you can win a tablet every day. Keep taking the tablets. And if you're the successful one at the end, you have a lovely plot, lovely Parkview City plot.
The David Gower plot, isn't it?
Well, it was when we were in Karachi, but I haven't heard anything recently. There was a lot of very nice pressure being applied in Karachi, just to make me feel at home, and I'm happy to stay. I'm happy to come. Well, I say at home, we're now in Abu Dhabi, so it's getting very confusing. But I'm also happy to encourage the viewers to try and get the questions right.
He's got a tee off, Sohail Tanveer, 6 of 7. Nice ball, Yorker, fuller length. That's why he's still a very, very fine bowler. Mohammad Amir can swing it with the new ball, and then he's got this straighter line and the fuller length to trouble you.
It is invaluable, isn't it? The bowlers who can hit the Yorker consistently are worth every penny. And again, it's brilliant. It's great, great bowling. If you miss that by a yard or so either way, what becomes a ball that's very hard to hit suddenly becomes a ball that's rather easier to hit. It's a great skill.
Yeah, and the planning that goes behind bowling such a ball. So you assess the pitch situation first of all. You look at the batsman as well, look at his strengths and weaknesses. But Yorker works against most batsmen. Unless you're a great improviser or A.B. de Villiers kind of a batsman, I think others can be stopped in their stride. Another full-length ball. This is excellent defensive bowling.
Yeah, you think about the power play and the 2 overs that he bowled with the new ball, looking for a little bit of shape, and gave a few freebies for the opening pair. Went for 20 in his first 2. What a great comeback. Righto, colourful fan of the match. Winner will get the sign ball from the player of the match.
So they're all sending in their colourful photos, aren't they?
Incredible stuff. Really is top quality, efficient bowling. Sizing up the situation so well, under pressure to deliver, and he's done exactly that. 5 down for 148. You know, we always tend to look at the larger picture. Bowling performance constitutes wickets taken. But Mohammad Amir's last over can be a kind of a game changer as well. He didn't pick up a wicket, but 4 dots Just 3 runs in that 17th over, and it could have an impact, real impact. That's excellent bowling. The planning has worked brilliantly. The game plan is to keep it simple, straight, Yorker length.
Yes, the bowling is good, and it's even coping with the footwork as well. Anyway, when the pressure's on, try not to spill it, remember? Cup of Tapal tea. Just relax.
These guys need to tee off as well.
Well, tees up here, tees on up here. They tee off up there or out there. Actually, they need to, because this score has been severely reduced from what was possible, you know, 30, 40 minutes ago.
Actually, with that line and with that fuller length, you can use the field as well, because you know your straighter fielders will be used more with that fuller length, so it becomes easier for the captain as well. But this is a great over, really. Tried the fuller length, the Yorker length, and some late deviation to go with it. Absolutely brilliant.
See, even that wide one, it's a classic, isn't it? Because that sort of width, short of a length or ordinary length, and it invites a shot. When it's Yorker length, you're either going to be very clever as a batsman or slightly lucky to get a good bat on it.
Wanted to clear that fielder. He's done that. One bounce over the rope. Worked extremely well in the end. He's looking for that whack, looking for that length. Eventually got it.
Needed it. Really needed the boundary. It just highlights everything that we've said in the last 5 minutes or so, because the length was just back a little bit. There was that little bit of width, and that was the moment the crystal was waiting for. So once he saw it, just gave it absolutely everything. One bounce and 4.
Aerial karega sub possible challenge. Snap a picture and WhatsApp to 0300-Aerial PK. Enter the contest and win prizes. Short ball in the air on the bounce. End of the over after 19. 5 down for 157. Wider, fuller, inside edge. Obviously doesn't do justice to what Mohammad Amir was trying. Wider angle, edged 4.
Yeah, it's fortunate. Width again, just managed to reach it actually, Tanvir, just reached it. And from then on, well, it was in the lap of the gods where it went. But it found its way down to that fine leg boundary.
Chance gone. He's limping. Oh, he's missed a sitter.
Oh. Well, he did almost everything right. Starting with the delivery, the great Yorker yet again, bang on target. It's also one of those ones that does damage, just a little bit full, but damage. Oh, I missed out the limp. We've got to go for the run. Come on, come on, come on. And he knows he's struggling, as does Mohammad Amir, who does the right thing, tries to get as close as possible. But he was going to go temp in bowling, try another sport.
Probably in two minds whether to beat him in that sprint to the stumps or go for that direct hit. Did neither. Slow ball, catch it is the call. Is it well connected? It's gone over the rope for six. He's got this ability to hit the big shot. HBL tournament 6's counter now moves to 187.
Yeah, we mentioned earlier of his 35 ball 100 in domestic cricket in Pakistan, so he has the ability. And a forced change for Mohammad Amir. He's been so good in that previous over with his Yorkers. He goes the variation on that occasion. And the execution, well, not perfect, but good enough. And a welcome maximum.
His best variation so far has been the Yorker length, the straighter ball. Shouldn't worry about the slower balls because he's not really good at it and is absolutely pathetic at hitting the stumps.
Should have gone over him. He could have probably taken, what, one more step, actually, just to get that 1 yard closer.
Into the gap, well struck. Good batting, good hitting. These last few runs really will matter a great deal to Multan Sultans.
Yeah, it's those fine margins again, just a fraction too full. And you can get bat on ball. Low full toss, you can get away. The genuine Yorker, probably not. But he strikes it well. Strikes it well and places it well. And very smart, Oppo smart hit.
Last ball of the innings. Sultans need a 4 or 6, covers the stumps, hits a 4. Brilliant piece of batting, great over for Khushdil Shah. They'll walk back to the dugout feeling happy. Runs on the board, 176 for the loss of 5 for Multan Sultans. They need to win almost every encounter from here till the end, and they've given themselves a fairly good chance of toppling the Kings. Last 2 overs and 28 runs scored by Multan Sultans.
Yeah, the placement here was perfect. Nice way to finish the innings. And I suppose that the verdict overall is this: it could have been better, but it could have been a lot worse too. So a bit of ebb and flow in this innings today. An observation straight away about the prospects of this game is this pitch is a better batting pitch than the one we saw in the first game yesterday. Different conditions with this extra daylight, but a much better looking surface. And we've seen some really good stroke play at times today, proving that batsmen can indeed get on with the job. They are in the game. So the ebb and flow means that Karachi Kings, having won that toss and inserted, will know that they could have been chasing another 20 or so.